Hey guys, welcome back. This is Dr. Najmun Riyaz. I'm a practicing psychiatrist in the state of New Jersey. Now remember, I am making these series of videos for teaching purposes after a bunch of videos got viral of a Muslim woman who is covered in a headscarf and is recruiting women to marry her husband. And she has this humongous fan following, a huge website followed by about 500,000 people, both men and women. And as a mental health professional, it feels some sort of an obligation to maybe say something and raise awareness of what healthy relationships are, what are not so healthy relationships, what are some of the concepts which are reflective of abuse in a relationship, how it is important for all young men and women out there to be aware of these concepts so that they can protect themselves against those sexual predators which are running out there. So in this video today, I'm going to dissect a statement that particular woman made. And in the video, she's making a statement and asking all these women to go to any extent to keep their men or keep their husbands happy. And I thought we need to break this statement down into two aspects because the statement puts a lot of pressure on both men as well as on the women. The first aspect of the statement is that she is asking men or husbands to be happy all the time. So what's wrong with that statement? Because it's not humanly possible to be happy all the time. Happiness is a feeling. It comes and it goes. I could be happy in the morning and then something happened. Maybe I had a client no-show. I had a difficult patient. Something happened with my child at school. He's not doing good at school. Or he fell or he got sick and then boom, I become sad. Or God forbid there's a loss in my family and now I'm grieving. So in fact, that's what's wrong in today's world is all these billboard ads that we see through movies and songs and, ads and shows. We are portraying people, men and women both, with these happy faces. So we're propagating this toxic positivity, this unhealthy need to be happy all the time. And once we don't become happy, what do? We're going to go to any extent to become happy because we don't like this feeling of being sad. We don't like being bored. We don't like this, feeling crappy some days. Then we resort to unhealthy ways of keeping ourselves happy all the time because that's what the society wants us to be. And that could be drinking, drugs, sexual promiscuity, excessive shopping, blowing up all your money, or any sort of an unhealthy behaviors. I think talking to our boys, men and women, everyone out there, it's important to know that it's humanly not possible to be happy all the time, and it's okay not to be happy all the time. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be bored. So instead of looking for this state of happiness, how about we look for a different state? How about we look for a state of contentment? Because contentment comes from when your heart feels right, when your heart is aligned with your values, when you are living a purposeful life, when you have set up goals and you're working hard to reach to those goals, when you're accepting of your failures and of your mistakes and you still get up and do your best. Or that feeling of contentment is sort of everlasting, even when you're sad, even when you're bored. So all the men out there, look for that feeling of contentment within you, because you know what? It's going to be easy for you, not going to see a need to put that pressure on yourself. So that's one aspect. The second aspect of this is how we feel is solely our job, solely our duty. And you're not responsible for how I feel, and I'm not responsible for how you feel. I'm not, in fact, responsible for how my children feel. I'm not responsible how my parent is feeling, how my friend is feeling, how my husband is feeling. These feelings are this is our personal baggage. We are responsible for how we feel, and we are responsible for how we get out of that feeling. We are there to support each other. We're there to help each other, but we're definitely not responsible for each other's feelings. So I think more we get this concept, faster we get this concept, easier it's going to be for ourselves and healthier our relationships will be. So then we can prevent further resentments and we can prevent those unhealthy, toxic battles that we sometimes engage with each other in a family system. Because when we are responsible, when we feel responsible for a child's happiness and something happened and he's not happy, then we blame ourselves. If our husband isn't happy because something happened at his work and we feel that did I do something wrong? Then we again start fighting him and said, hey, why are you grumpy? Why are you not happy? What did I do? What do you want me to do to keep you happy? So just if we understand this concept that my feelings are my feeling, your feelings are your feeling, his feeling is his feeling, he's responsible for how he feels, he's responsible for how he comes out of that feeling, then easier it becomes. Now, the second part of this statement, again, by telling our women out there, is that, hey, you are responsible for your husband's happiness, or that you should do whatever you possibly can to keep your man happy, again, is putting a lot of pressure on the women, putting a lot of pressure on the relationship, and probably headed for some disaster. Because again, same thing, a woman is not responsible for her man's happiness. So for God's sake, if she sees her man is not happy, the best way she can support him is that, hey, I kind of noticed that, you're not having a good day. Is everything okay? Or I'm here for you. If you need to talk to me, I'm here for you. Would you like a, cup of tea? Would you like a cup of water? Is there something I can do to help? And that is it. Just give space to your man. Let him handle his feelings in the way he does. And then hopefully when he processes his feelings in whatever way he can, and I'm sure as an adult man, he has tools. He can process his feelings. Maybe he could do a little prayer. He could be mindful. He can go talk to his friend. He could maybe go out for a walk, go for a run, go to a gym. And then when he comes back to you, he will feel a sense of pride. He'll feel a sense of empowerment because he took care of his feeling on his own. He's an adult. He can manage his feelings rather than giving these messages that a wife is responsible for husband's feelings, because then in your husband, you're inducing this sense of regression. You are inducing, or you're sort of portraying him as a child, giving this unhealthy dynamics to this relationship, that where your wife isn't your wife or your partner, but she's more so like your mom, your caretaker, your caregiver, responsible for your feeling. So that is disempowering a man. That is making him dependent or codependent, as we call. And that's also putting a lot of pressure on this poor woman who already has, a job to do, chores to do, take care of the kids. And now she's responsible for her man's happiness. And it puts a lot of pressure on a relationship, causes more fights, causes more resentment, causes more problems in a relationship, and is also responsible for ending of a relationship. So we all are mature adults. We all need to figure it out. We all need to take care of our feelings. We all need to learn healthy ways of coping, whether that means you're going to read some self-help books, whether through spirituality or going into counseling. We all need to figure out ourselves, figure out how we want to live a healthy, empowered, authentic, content life, and be there for each other, support each other, respect each other, love each other, but not induce dependence, rather be interdependent.